This is the championship game in the Big Ten Conference. A precious trophy with a long tradition to battle for here, but also a game that's been a launching pad into the college football playoff. Welcome, folks, to Ford Field, the home of the Lions here in Detroit, Michigan. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the second-ranked team, the Northwestern Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Hermstreet. Kirk, let's get right to the action. Team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. Fields it just outside the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Looking to pass, it's St. Clair. Caught over the middle, it's Davis. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
That completion makes it second down. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Moves out of the pocket. Caught near the sticks. It's Covey. They stop him, but it's a first down. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first. Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Pulls it in. It's Jackson. Heads out of bounds after a solid game.
Man, isn't it fun to watch running backs who can add that dimension to the passing game? They're so dangerous because once they catch the football, they're operating in much more open space than they would be if they're just getting a handoff. And it really tests the linebacker's ability to cover out in space.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Grab down the middle. It's Covey. That's a solid gain. Moves the football inside the 40. 1st and 10.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Quick throw, catch made on the out route. They're finally able to stop, and the quarterback brings the big man down. Not easy to do with that size difference. That completion makes it second and medium. Hand it off. He's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
The defense drops him for a loss. He went backwards there. A second down behind the sticks now.
Boy, defense does such a good job of taking any threat downfield away. All he could do is throw it to his back, and loss of yards, now you're behind the sticks.
They keep him guessing with a run. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Back to pass. It's St. Clair. Looking to scramble. Scoots out of bounds after a nice pickup on that running play.
These are the type of plays that are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him tied up. They thought they were going to be able to get him to the ground on the pass rush, but they're unable to do so. So he gets away, picks up a big first down, and now this sets up a 1st and goal inside the 10.
Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Finds an open target on the left side. And he gets in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats. Just getting settled in for this conference championship game. This offense already has put points on the board, Kurt.
Man, they are not wasting any time at all settling into this football game. They got straight to their reads. Quarterback did a nice job of just kind of executing the game plan, and they're up 7 here early.
Northwestern 7, Michigan 0.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. Tight end goes in motion. QB decides to keep it here. First down and more. He's still running.
Boy, it's fun to watch this guy run the quarterback option. This time he keeps it. Big positive yards and a 1st down. The defense has got to figure out a way to slow this guy down.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Short pass finds the tight end. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the +40.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game. Held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Looking for some space. It's Marshall. Tackle made after just a short gain.
Chris, I know it's not a huge gain. You didn't pick up the 1st down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. On the move now. On the move, looking deep down the right side. He's into the end zone, but hold on. There's a flag on the field. This might be coming back. So the beautiful scoring play is negated by that penalty. That's a tough break. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. An important 3rd down attempt for this offense. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's looking deep again. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. Looking to pass. It's St. Clair. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Defense defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody and allows you to continue to spread.
Breaks into the clear. Across the 40. Steps out of bounds, but not before a huge gain on the ground. Well, we thought we'd see that world-class speed flash at some point today, Kirk, and there it was.
There it is. It's a thing of beauty when he gets out into the open field, and I thought he was going to take it all the way to the house. You got to give these defenders some credit. Yeah, they gave up a big play, but what you love is they didn't give up and just let him walk into the end zone. They were able to bring him down. Let's see if it pays off for them in these next few plays. Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
Powers through. They finally bring him down, but the offense set up now. 1st down from the 15.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the 1st down.
This Northwestern offense is quickly moving down the field. Here comes a throw from the red zone. And the quarterback finds the tight end for the completion. They get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
They told us all week that they thought they had an opportunity to get this tight end the football, and here they are early in the game showing that they mean business.
Now they call a run. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense facing a 3rd down now. They can still get a 1st down without scoring. To throw, it's St. Clair. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he can't quite get in. They get him down at the 1-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another 1st down for this offense.
Northwestern has the lead here. And at the end of the 1st quarter, let's check out the stats so far.
Northwestern 7, Michigan 0.
So here we go. An exciting start to the quarter as the offense sets up with a 1st and goal. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. And he will score! Touchdown, Northwestern. So still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the 1st quarter to establish the lead, the 2nd quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
And that kick will just bounce into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start at the 25. The Wolverines offense is back on the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. A change of direction. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
They've got him, but not before he makes a 1st down at the 41. The Wolverines will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense.
Good job here, the quarterback. His primary receiver did not look open. Instead of forcing the ball, he finds the running back as a check down and picks up a 1st down.
They misfire on 1st down, so it's 2nd and 10 from the 41. And the QB will try again on 2nd and 10. Caught over the middle. It's Marshall. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. for it on 3rd and short. He escapes the pocket. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now. And the Wolverines will bring their punt team onto the field. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. Hits this one off the side of his foot. It looks like no return here as that punt heads out of bounds. Out comes the Northwestern offense onto the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? He finds some space.
Boy, between this offensive line and this back, it's been a lot of fun to watch this offense tonight. You know, he's now over 100 yards on the game tonight. This is an evening he'll remember for a long time.
The game moves the ball past the 40, sets up another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. It's St. Clair. Run quickly. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
2nd down, they're going to throw it. Makes the grab. It's Covey. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a 1st down.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
On 3rd down, it's a handoff. Did not get there, and now it's going to bring up 4th down and 1.
This running back's had a big night, kind of night you dream about, but the defense finally steps up and gets to him behind the line of scrimmage.
Ball near midfield. No punting team. The offense is going for it. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. Looks like Northwestern will have the 1st down.
Confident play there on 4th and 1. Get behind the big fellas up front. Get a good push. You have to like that call in this part of the field. A punt there doesn't net much of a change in field position, so the right call is made and you pick up the 1st down.
Tight end goes in motion before the snap. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. The receiver makes the catch. Right down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
That's an easy completion for the quarterback, finding his receiver just dragging underneath coverage.
That completion makes it 2nd and short. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. He pulls in the catch. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. The coordinator is calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing almost no resistance.
He'll head out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
Love the aggressive mindset from the play caller here on 1st down. Take a shot downfield. One thing is, they're all covered. Nobody's open. He gets flushed out of the pocket, decides to run towards the boundary and gets out of bounds. And a good gain and a 1st down.
They bring him down, but that play will set up a 1st and goal now at the 10. Northwestern getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up.
This defense has got to do a better job in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, and this offense could have 50 on you by the end of this game.
Talking about quickness, that play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
He cannot escape. It's a sack.
There you go, defense. Much better job of affecting the quarterback. This guy's already thrown a couple touchdown passes. That time, no chance at all to get his feet set. Nice job of pressuring him and bringing him down for the sack.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. The pass is complete to the tight end. Defense will wrap him up after an 8-yard gain. It'll bring up 4th down. And now the defense will call a timeout here. decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. He got it. The field goal's good. And they add to their lead.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
The kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. Motion now from the tight end. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Moves the ball up to the 30. The Wolverines will hustle to the line to crank the tempo.
That's a really good run by this offense. And Chris, here they go. Up-tempo offense looking for a first down.
They'll try a pass here. Incomplete. That should have been caught. That's on the receiver.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well. And he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. Moves out of the pocket. Fires it on the move. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
And I was hoping he'd be able to hold on to that football. That would have been a big play there on 3rd down. Now big decision coming up here on 4th.
And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. And the returner will be brought down. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. It's the 2-minute timeout. We've got a blowout developing here. Second down play coming up. Offense looking to throw the ball. Looks to the left. Pass caught. Third down play. Looking for a fresh set of downs. Dropping back. Looking to throw for the first down. Oh, he makes the catch. That's enough to move the sticks and give him a first down at the 41. So he finds one of his favorite targets. Kirk, defense thinking, what do we have to do to stop this guy?
How about the double coverage on 3rd down? Great call to be able to try to take away this highly touted wide receiver. And the quarterback is still looking to go to his guy for the conversion, and he comes through. No wonder he keeps throwing the football.
And the deep ball is broken up. What a play by that DB.
The offense takes a big shot here downfield. I thought they may have a chance, but the defender makes an unbelievable play to get a hand on the ball and knock it away.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. And this one is caught. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice game.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest and go out and play dominant football.
Back to throw. It's St. Clair. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. They bring him down, but that play moves him into scoring position. 1st and 10 from the 11. Northwestern getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here comes the bunch formation. pass here on second down. They finally corral him at the 1.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first, keep this drive moving.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Chris, we're only a few ticks from halftime, and doesn't it feel like this thing's already over? Just a first-half beatdown to be remembered. This is going to be a fun locker room at halftime.
The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off and hopes the defense can get a quick stop.
0.
And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Bringing pressure. A deep shot, but he paid for it. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Not much on the return there, but the interception gives the football back to the offense at the 47.
Well, cold weather always seems to make life more difficult in the passing game. You can see this quarterback really wants that one back. That's a tough break on this interception.
He's running out of time here. Swarm with a pass rush, a sack.
There's a nice sack by this defense, something that they've been looking for. They've been on their heels most of this football game. That time they were able to get after the quarterback and bring him down. Let's see if that can provide a bit of a spark, see if they can get a little bit of momentum going their way.
And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. Looks like the final play of the half coming up. And they'll use the ground game here. Just gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that'll do it for the first half. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. All right, let's get the second half going now. The kickoff team is out there. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Eager to get something going as we begin the third quarter. Cut in to this huge lead. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Nice grab. It's strong. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. Take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
And he steps out of bounds, but a solid gain there on the ground.
Well, this is exactly where you find out what you're made of as a team. When you're trailing coming out of the half, how do you respond? Well, we know how this running back's going to respond. What a statement to get this second half started.
Looking to throw it on first down. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
Second and long for this offense after the sack. Looking to scramble. Makes the grab. It's Morgan. And that game moves the ball across midfield. First down coming up from the 46. The Wolverines will come to the line to run the hurry up.
Okay, here they go. Big first down, good pickup, and they are off and running.
And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play. Second down after that run on the previous play. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Grab near the sticks. It's Marshall. They've got it, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
Well, we've seen them do this in the past. A good throw, get the first, and here comes the tempo.
Finds his man. It's Marsh. They bring him down to the 18. The offense set up in the red zone with a first down. action here on first down. And it falls incomplete. The defensive pressure hurried to throw that time.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
Caught near the sticks. It's Marshall. Tackle after the catch, but the ball moves to the 4-yard line. And the Wolverines trying to punch it in. It's first and goal. Grab down the middle. It's Marshall. Tackle at the 2 after the completion. The defense really up against it now. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. And he fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. That's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this comeback.
Well, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the fourth quarter when the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time. Well, I thought the defense did a pretty good job of defending this two-point try, but let's give all the credit to the quarterback and the receiver for being able to be in sync and in rhythm to come down with that catch and the 2 points.
And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Out comes the Northwestern offense out of the field again. Dropping back. It's St. Clair. Fires it to the left side. And it's hauled in way downfield. They bring him down, but what an explosive play.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
So this offense is threatening now. Ball inside the 40 after that explosive play. First down, looking to throw the ball. On the move now. And the tackle is made. The defense saying, not this time. They got burned in the scramble last time. They bring him down pretty quickly here. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And he'll set up to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Covey. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
This play takes a little bit of time to develop. The quarterback shows outstanding patience here before he makes that throw.
Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Makes a quick grab. That moves the football to the 27 and a first down.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a third down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it. You convert. You keep working that clock.
To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
Looking to pass here on second down. The receiver looks it in. It's complete. They finally bring him down, but the offense set up now. First down from the 15.
I thought the defense was in pretty good position there. They sat back and had good coverage, eyes on the quarterback, but you almost got to just give the quarterback and the receiver credit for being able to come up with that completion.
It's a quick grab. Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
The offense knocking on the door here with a first and goal. Dropping back. It's St. Clair. Pass caught. Can he get in? Touchdown, Northwestern. They are pouring it on now. This passing game is on fire. The quarterback cannot be stopped with a conference championship on the line. He's delivering.
Yeah, he's in sync right now with his wide receivers, but, man, my attention seems to be more on the defense. What in the world are they thinking? You can't just allow this quarterback to sit back there and throw. You've got to be able to put pressure on him, or he's going to continue to throw touchdown after touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. On the run, he'll let it go. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Man, when a quarterback starts moving around like that, you move into what some defensive coordinators would call a second play because it becomes almost like backyard football at that point. But that was a good job by the defense playing discipline and forcing the incompletion.
Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Catch made on the left side. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now. The Wolverines come to the line in the hurry up.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of,
the pass rush gets home.
and just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Boy, the quarterback gets drilled on this play, Chris, as he lets go of that ball before the interception. I think he was just trying to get it out. Didn't seem to have a chance to set his feet up. And what did it do? It made it a lot easier for the defender to come up with the interception.
Okay, here comes the Northwestern offense back out on the field. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid. Right down for a touchdown. The senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Here's the 2nd down play. And the same runner's got it again. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Scanning the field. It's St. Clair. Quick throw to his receiver. Tight coverage, deflected and incomplete. Brings up 4th down. The coach chooses to go for a field goal attempt here. This will be an attempt from 52 yards. Let's see if he's got the distance. Oh, and he missed it. The kick is no good. After the miss, it remains a 23-point game.
Now that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head for a kicker.
He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line. 2nd down after that run on the previous play.
Pretty good gain here by this offense, and here they are. They're getting already set to the line of scrimmage. They're ready to go. Defense better get their cleats in the ground.
The Wolverines look to keep this drive moving. The offense with 3 tight ends now in 1st down, trying to create a mismatch. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Deep shot toward the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown. Important 2nd down play coming up.
Chris, those deep shots, to me, the advantage is with the quarterback and the receiver because you know where the ball is. Great defensive backs, only chance is being able to locate the ball and be able to go up and knock it away. Really impressed with his ability to find the football, which allowed him to be able to eventually make the play.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Grab near the sticks. It's Morgan. Touchdown, Michigan. They couldn't stop him there. Simple throw, all the yards after the catch. Explosive play by the receiver to score.
Just a dynamic, athletic playmaker. As simple as you said, Chris, just throw him the football, he makes the catch, and then all the fireworks are after the catch, and this defense just unable to corral him.
He'll make it into the end zone for 2, cutting the lead to 15. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On first down, it's play action. Tries the right with a quick throw. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. And they bring him down, but that's enough for a first down as the clock runs down here in the third quarter. Northwestern has the lead here. So after 3 quarters of play, it's a pretty solid lead. Let's take a look at our game stats, how we got here. And now entering the final period of play, is there an epic comeback in store? We're going to find out. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. To the air, it's St. Clair. Pass not complete, but there was a lot of contact there, and here comes a late flag. The offense gets a fresh set of downs after the PI. We'll see if the defense can regroup. So the offense comes up now on first down thanks to that costly penalty. First down, looking to throw the football. That's caught. It's covered. They bring him down after a short gain there. Pass complete. It's second down now. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. And he's tackled, but only after picking up the first down.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Northwestern getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Grab down the middle. It's Davis. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
I mean, Chris, look at this guy. I mean, you talk about having a great day throwing the football and leading his team to a nice, comfortable lead late in the game, and it continues. The coach is showing confidence of what he can do.
Looking to throw it from the red zone. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Incompletion makes it second down. Wants to throw it. Makes the grab, a chance to score. Tackle is made at the 4. It'll be first down and goal.
Chris, another accurate throw by this quarterback, and this guy has just been on fire all game long, over 200 yards passing, but more importantly, making great decisions for this offense and put them in a position to win this game.
Scanning the field, it's St. Clair. Touchdown, Wildcats, and the route is on.
You talk about being in the zone. This guy continues to make big plays. That's another touchdown pass for the quarterback.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away.
Northwestern 38, Michigan 16.
So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. The sure hands. It's strong. He's found some room at the 45. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air. And the Wolverines will crank up the tempo.
Hey, listen, this game isn't over yet. The defense can't get too comfortable with this lead, and I know the coach isn't content with giving up plays like that at any point in the game.
They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
I really like what this defensive coordinator is doing right now. He's got a nice lead. Just sit back. The most important thing is tackling this offense inbounds so that clock will keep ticking.
Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. On the run here, lets it go. Football comes out. Defense makes the recovery, a turnover.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hand on the ball? They do, and they're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
Out comes the Northwestern offense onto the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going?
Oh, this defense, if there's any chance of getting back in this game, you can't give up a big gain like this on first down.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Back to pass. It's St. Clair. Quick completion to the tight end. They finally get him down, but this passing game has produced a chunk play.
You know, they've got a lead here late in the game, and the play calling, I think, shows you how much confidence they have in this quarterback. He's had a pretty clean game today, and this decision to still throw the ball with the lead shows you that they believe he's going to make the right decisions and make accurate throws.
Leaning on the run game here. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
But these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Davis. And he goes down right there. That's more than enough for a first down.
Another great pass by this quarterback. You know, you really got to give a lot of credit to the offensive coordinator and the quarterback today. They protected the ball well, but maintained a calculated level of aggression in keeping this game out of reach from their opponent.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He lets it go on the move. And it's picked off, threw it across his body, and paid the price. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway will set up the offense at the 38. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Time running out in this conference championship game. This is a desperation drive right here. Got to score. On the run, he'll let it go. Wide open downfield. A huge gain moves the ball to the plus 22. Great scoring position now. But this defense has played well with a letdown there. A little too comfortable with this big lead at the moment, maybe.
Yeah, and what I love to see is this offense has not given up. This game has not gone the way they had hoped, but here they are taking a few swings late in this game. This one ends up working out, and now let's see if they can put another play or two together and get the points on the board.
Offense comes up on 1st down in 13 personnel. This can create some problems for a defense. He escapes the pocket. He bought some time, now lets it go. QB to the tight end for a completion. The tackle made, but the sophomore quarterback showing us the arm strength. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. On the run here, lets it go. The receiver grabs it. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball down to the 4. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. This passing game is on fire today.
Man, I love this. Chris, I don't think they're going to have a chance to come all the way back, but here we are, under 2 minutes to go, and they continue to show some fight. And then, you know what? Who knows? Maybe you cover an onside kick and you get right back in it.
And he gets him for the score, cutting the lead to 14.
Chris, as you know, the windows are so tight down here, especially when you're throwing the ball this close to the goal line. And this quarterback was just simply dealing to thread that ball in there for 2. Great throw.
Now they safely make the recovery. The onside kick doesn't work. Out comes the Northwestern offense onto the field again. This offense trying to bounce back. The last possession ended in a pick. Gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. Looks like the offense will just take a knee here. And the punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll kick it away here. The defensive penalty is declined. Offense very happy to take the result of that play. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Looking deep for late game heroics. Last gasp falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the game. It's always a special year, but after all the work you put in, you can call yourselves champions of the Big Ten. And now with the playoff spot locked up, the spotlight gets even brighter. You're going to find out where they're going to be playing as they continue to pursue a national championship. And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Hermstreet, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. football playoff is here. The long regular season has all been building to this. And now, first-round games and home field settings. This place is going to be rocking. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. The college football playoff about to get underway. And the kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. So the Michigan Wolverines offense comes on the field first today. Now a brand new step in this season that gets even more intense. A playoff game on a college campus, Kirk. What an environment here. What a special moment for both these teams.
Chris, we're all big fans of what we see in the playoff, especially on these college campuses. Find out how good this team on the road can be. Can they navigate the waters of dealing with not just a great team, but dealing with a hostile environment? It's a lot, but let's see if they can get it done.
One play, and they're already past the 40. First and 10. Trying to find some room. It's Marshall. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Love this early in the game by this defense, taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving this back anywhere to go, and to keep him short of the first down.
Grab down the middle. It's Prescorn. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away. Big moment on the opening drive. They face third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. Oh, and it's incomplete. It was right in his hands, and he dropped it.
Well, you talk about a missed opportunity. He's shaking his head after that one. They had the play call that they wanted. He's just unable to bring it in for the first down.
The Wolverines pick up first down yardage to keep the drive going. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Looking for his big tight end. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Michigan, as they claim the lead here in this playoff game. This offense comes out, immediately gets points on the board. Welcome to the playoff.
Yeah, that's coming out on the field with a purpose. Look, it's playoff time. Everything you prepared for is earned here and now. And that opening drive was the fruits of that preparation.
And he takes this from inside 5. Be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So Fresno State's offense comes out for their first possession today. Kirk, let's check the impact players in this game. Guys who have been leaders, guys who are being counted on to deliver today.
Well, these are the guys that both these teams rely on, as you said, to be able to make the plays. And more importantly, when it gets into that point in the game where you need to be able to have some leadership, these are the men that are going to have to step up and be able to provide that for each team.
Nothing doing in that play. The big D tackle there for the stop. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Looks to his left and makes the completion. Tackle is made, just a short gain after the completion. The catch makes it a more manageable third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. The pass rush closing in. And that pass is incomplete. No idea who he's trying to throw it to. The punt team making their way on the field. See if he can make a play on this return. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. The last possession, you really had the passing game clicking, move right down the field for a touchdown. Doing a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here, keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Here the sticks. It's strong. They make the tackle, but this now in scoring position. First down to the 32. The offense with 3 tight ends now in first down, trying to create a mismatch. Moves out of the pocket. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. scoots out of bounds after a nice pickup on that running play.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then
has a pass to the end zone. Couldn't quite